Welcome to the API Time and Attendance training module. Over the next several modules, we're going to cover all of the different sections from a manager or supervisor standpoint of how to use this new component. But the first module that we're going to cover today is the logging in section and the actual home page reference tab. So how do we get logged in? You'll notice a username and a password. Your username, once we go live, will actually be your Active Directory username. This is generally a combination of your first letter of your first name and your last name. Your password will be your unique password that you use to log into your computer in the morning. But for training purposes, we're going to use the training domain, the username of super TA, a number that was assigned to each of the managers, and the actual word password. Again, once we go live, your unique username and password is your Active Directory username and password. Once we get logged into the system, it's going to automatically take you to the Home tab. You'll notice that because across the top you'll see the tabs, and you'll notice that there's a halo effect, or it's highlighted behind the Home tab. As we click through the other tabs, you'll notice that halo effect changes, and that tells you where you are within the system. So let's go back to the Home tab for just a moment and look at some of the features that you'll see. The first thing that you'll notice is Good Morning, and it'll talk about your name for you. So in this example it says Good Morning Super TA 1010. That's where your name's going to show up. So you'll see a reference message. You're also going to notice in this middle section some cards that are referred to. And these have different things like announcements, messages, requests, schedules, bookmarks, and even calendar monthly view. And so these are all of your announcements, and this will be defaulted to be open. If you ever want to expand or collapse any of these cards, if you'll simply click on the red arrow, it will change the direction and either expand or collapse any of the cards for you. The next section that we want to spend some time talking about is the labor view section. This is a quick view that's going to show you what's going on with your employees. Notice here that you've got some things that are marked in terms of critical equals 4. That's going to tell us that we have 4 critical messages or exceptions for our employees. And we know from our training that critical exceptions mean that unless we fix those, the employee won't be paid. So we want to make sure that we're keying in on those red criticals. The other colors here are the different types of other messages that we might have. Ideally, we're looking for all green to be an indication that nothing needs to be done for our employees on that daily basis. One of the key components of this system is to be able to log in on a regular basis, ideally daily, and to be able to check this message to make sure that we can handle those things on a daily basis. One of the quick things that you can do is to click on the red bar where it says critical, and this is actually going to take you to the Actions tab. You can see here with the halo effect, and this is going to show us those employees who have critical exceptions or something that we actually need to fix. And so you can see who these employees are, and we can start to begin to work on them from this section. Let's go back to the Home section one more time and talk about one other section for us, and that is the Help section. If I click on the Help section, it's going to open up a separate window, and the nice thing about the Help section is it is already keyed into the section that you're looking at. So for example, we were looking at the Home page. So this is going to take us to the Home page of the Help section, and this will help you to be able to find things in a quicker, easier reference side. You can certainly tab and look through the different sections here. There's all kind of information just by selecting on the different things that you have. Will give you more information. Or you can do an index, or you can do a keyword search to be able to look for anything that you would need. Okay, let's leave this section and go back to our home page one more time. From here, we want to talk about how do we log out. You have a quick reference here on log out. By selecting this, takes you back to your login screen. On our next section, we'll start to cover some of the employee tabs and how to handle those critical exceptions.